This program has been brought to you by Cell One and Parleyville Pharmacy.
Welcome to 2015's 10 Most Fascinating People of Bermuda. I'm Lisa Pickering. Everyone has a story, a little something that makes them unique, especially right here in Bermuda. But what does it mean to be fascinating? We've put together a list of 10 Bermudians that captured the headlines in 2015. Whether they've been the subject of controversy or of great praise, there isn't an individual on this list that hasn't come up in conversation around the dinner table, at the office, or at social gatherings. Each individual featured on this list share one thing in common. They all have shown passion, determination, and perseverance in the face of setbacks. The list is in no particular order, but the final subject revealed is this year's most fascinating person of Bermuda. Let's get started. Already versed in running, swimming, and biking, a fearless 8-year-old decided to try her first triathlon and hasn't looked back. 20 years later, professional triathlete Flora Duffy dominated 2015 with a series of victories. Her laundry list of accomplishments include ITU, Cross Triathlon World Champion, Xterra Mountain Champion, Xterra Asian Pacific Champion, Xterra South Africa Champion, a bronze win at the 2015 Pan Am Games in Toronto, and in her final race of the season, she defended her title as Xterra Triathlon World Champion. But Flora's biggest achievement in 2015 was actually not one of her first place wins.
Yeah, this year it really took me by surprise. When I laid out my race schedule, it was pretty ambitious, between all the Xterra, Pan Ams, ITU stuff. And, funnily enough, it's not a race I won. It's not the bronze medal at Pan Ams. It's actually a race I was fourth at. And most people, when they finish fourth, are like, oh man, off the podium, awkward spot. But it was in Stockholm, it was an ITU race. It was a really great field, and for the first time ever, felt like I was, at that level to be competitive in the race, be a game changer, be in that lead pack on the run, and I outran some of the best people in the sport. Behind me, fifth was Nicholas Spierig, who won the gold in London, and just to be able to rub shoulders with her, like it finally felt like, okay, I can do this, and I crossed the line in fourth and was super happy, and. No, that was definitely my best performance and the race that I probably cherished the most from this year.
At 18, I think it was, you went to the Commonwealth Games for the first time. Where do you get the confidence?
Racing pro, racing for your country, racing at a games, it's a whole nother level. Like, I might have looked cool and calm on the outside, but at 18 years old, towing the line with literally the best girls in the world at the time, it was my first big race. It was in Australia. It was unbelievable, and I don't know, you just dive into that water and you get into your zone, and I know how to swim, bike, run, and so once it starts, I just do my thing, and yeah, it was pretty incredible that it all went to plan, and I ended up finishing 8th, and I was mixing it with some of the top girls, and yeah, it's looking back on it, that's probably my highlight so far in my career.
Now, as we talked about, this was a phenomenal year for you, and everyone sees all these great things that you're doing. But we were talking about some of the setbacks you experienced throughout your career. There was an eating disorder, there was the Beijing Olympics, and then you quit, and then you came back, and then there was London as well, where you had a mechanical problem with the bike. Where do you get your perseverance from? How do you continue when all these things are going wrong?
Yeah, it's really been a roller coaster ride. But I think everyone has their own little roller coaster. Whether mine was within sport and just in life, it's always filled with ups and downs. And it's always been a goal of mine to race full time as a professional athlete since I was a little kid. And so, of course, there was moments when I thought, no way, I can't do this. And I took 2 years out of the sport, and I went to university, and I became a full-on college student, joined a sorority. And it's kind of through that, I was like, this is just not me. This is not the lifestyle I want to live. And then slowly got back into sport, found my motivation, had a little bit of success, and I was like, okay, well, let me just keep doing this. And then the success kind of came a little more. And, it just kind of builds slowly and slowly. And finally, it's like 2015, and I finally feel like have my feet on the ground and can race well and mix with the girls. So it's just taking time, and honestly, I don't know where I've got the perseverance from. I think you have to be a little crazy to do this elite sport, so maybe that's why.
Well, it's a lot of hard work too, behind the scenes, that people don't see. They see you coming in at the end and you've got a big smile on your face with the Bermuda flag and crossing the finish line, but they're not seeing all of the hours that it takes. As you said, that nutrition is a big part as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, leading up into a race, particularly the last 8 weeks, like I'm like the least social person ever. You're not drinking, you're watching what you're eating things at specific times. Like, everything is pretty calculated, and you want to be so that you can be in your best shape for a race day. You know, and I'm training 25 plus hours a week. And then you add in massage there, which is kind of a crucial thing for recovery. And all of those sorts of things. It really leaves you with no time, and then you want to be in bed at 9 p.m. because you're starting the next day early. Yeah, so it's a whole lifestyle that goes into, you know, crossing this line with a smile on your face. Which, you know, for me, it's fun. That's what I love to do, but it's definitely takes its toll, and you need some breaks throughout the year.
So how's your training program going to adapt to prep for the 2016 Rio Olympics?
Yeah, so for 2016, we laid out, when I say we, my coach and I, we laid out my racing schedule. So that's, you know, step one, and how we're, you know, forming next year to build up for August, which is when the Olympics are. So I'll be in South Africa until May, and there'll be a big bulk of racing sort of April, May time of the year. And then I get like a 6-week break, do a race in June, and then it's a 6-week break and it's Rio.
Do you get anxious before you race? I imagine something like the Olympics would be very daunting.
Yeah, the Olympics, that's sort of next level, sort of, you know, nerves. It's on like the world platform. Everyone's watching. You know, people that don't even know about the sport all of a sudden are like, what's this triathlon? Oh, Flora. And, you know, especially being here from Bermuda, you know, we don't have a huge team going. So it's like me and maybe 6 or 7 others. And so you get a lot of pressure, and a lot of focus is on you. And, you know, you just have to learn to adapt to that and cope with it, which is, you know, what I have done. I'm a professional athlete. It's kind of part of the package.
Now, your sports philosophy is, I believe, pain is temporary, but glory is forever. Mm-hmm. What does glory look like for you?
Ooh, what does glory look like? Yeah, it's funny. I don't know. I learned that saying. I don't even know where I picked it up, but it stuck with me. And yeah, you know, and I guess glory is sort of achieving the goals that I want. You know, whether it's winning the race, or whether it's 4th place, or, you know, just feeling like I'm, performing the best that I can, and doing what I can to perform that way. And, you know, also having like a positive impact in the sport, promoting, you know, Bermuda the best way that I can. You know, I'm very proud to be Bermudian, and I love racing for Bermuda, and sort of giving it exposure through sport. You know, hopefully I'm inspiring some young little Bermudians to take part in sport. But, you know, ultimately, I guess glory is, you know, winning the races and being the best you can be.
Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you check out Bermuda's every weekday up until January 28th for more conversation with Bermuda's 10 most fascinating people of 2015. And please, if you know of any individual who you think deserves to be on this year's list, let us know by emailing us at bermibios@gmail.com. Thanks for watching.
This program has been brought to you by Cell One and Parleville Pharmacy.
With Cell One, you simply get more. More 4G speed and reliability across the island. More warranty coverage from the only carrier authorized to resell Apple iPhones in Bermuda. More first-class service with our 24/7 customer care, whether you're in-store, on the phone, or online. More services, mobile phones, long distance, and home internet, all with one company. Get more with one. Cell One.